Hello once again guys, welcome back to part 2 of the series. This is the third boss against Leviathan. We can see he's actually weak to lightning over there. So if you get the opportunity, you could use Aerith to get some lightning damage in. Again, we see here the start of the boss fight. We get Tifa to cast haste on ourselves and Aerith to cast the ward. This time the damage is not too much actually from Leviathan and throughout the whole battle. So as long as you have your barrier up on your attacker Tifa here and Aerith with enough ATB to cast heal, you should be pretty much okay. So you want to probably do some damage. Again, I cast regen over here just as a safety barrier. So we get Tifa here to try to do as much damage as we can and try to stagger this Leviathan as early as we can. So Cloud, whenever he has ATB, we try to go for triple slash. If not, we cast barrier first on Tifa, so Tifa can do damage without worry. So he's basically running all over the map. He's teleporting left and right and then attacking and diving. So do your best to avoid his attacks if you can. If not, just try to hold block so the damage will not be so great. And then when you can do damage, try to hit the body or the fins. It doesn't really matter as long as you get the stagger up. So when Tifa is kind of low, try to get some healing done on her just in case.
Man, I trained for this.
I'm so sorry for the lag over here, but it is just for a while. Okay, so back to the game plan. We get Tifa to cast Star Shower whenever he's not under pressured status, and Cloud can just use triple slash when he can. So always try to keep up your haste and your barrier on your main attacker, which is Tifa in this case. And then over here we get Aerith to run back to a little ward to cast Thunder. So we saw earlier that he's actually weak to lightning, so over here we get some lightning damage because Aerith is just kind of in the back. We just want to make sure that she's in the ward, so we gotta run. If not, you can always, if you don't have the ward cast, you can just select based on the R2 and then just cast it. Alright, so again, we're just trying to evade all his attacks here, just trying to block when we can, and then trying to kill up the party. So over here again, I would like to stress, this is not the best way or the most efficient way, it's just how I dealt with all this. And I just want to show you guys that just like me, an average player, we can clear this game together. So over here he's finally pressured, so it's again very important to get your right skills in. So for Cloud we can see here we do the focus thrust, and then for Tifa we want to get in the focus strike to get up the gauge. So once it's staggered, basically it's the same game plan as always. So you want to try to increase the stagger meter, stagger percent just to get more damage in. Okay, so after your first stagger, it's most probably going to enter its second phase. So this second phase is actually kind of hard to get damage in. So this is where Leviathan flies around in the air, and then most probably your only damage dealer would be Aerith, or if you have Barret in your party. I'm not too sure what the best option is actually over here. So basically I'm actually just trying to evade all these beams, and then we'll try to keep hitting whenever we can. But most important is to keep, this time we get the haste on Aerith, and then we try to keep her alive. Leviathan eventually does come down, so when it comes down, we will see later. That's when I try to get damage in from Tifa and Cloud. So do let me know what your strategy is when Leviathan is in the air. If you guys have a better strategy or know how to get damage in a safe way, please do let me know down in the comments below. So after a long wait, we see it's finally coming down, and that is when I'm gonna reselect my characters to my main damage dealer Tifa over here. So we're gonna get as much damage as we can here again. We're just going straight for Leviathan over there. So again, we're doing a Star Shower with Tifa and then triple slash with Cloud. So we're doing as much damage as we can before it flies up again. So unfortunately it's just one round of attacks from Cloud and Tifa, and then it flies back up again, so it's kind of irritating because it's almost dead. And then we have to just keep running around with Aerith again and then wait till it comes down. I know this is kind of boring, but because Leviathan is so low and I'm perfectly comfortable with keeping all my party members' health up, so I just wanted to be safe over here and then just wait for it to come down before we do damage. So after Aerith's magical dance floor performance, Leviathan finally comes down again, and then over here again we immediately rush with our characters to deal as much damage as we can before it flies up, and thankfully this time it dies. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully you learn a thing or two on how to beat this guy.